Now, lots of people could say, oh, but Beth's behaved this way and Beth's behaved that way. However, the thing I've got to remind people is I have all the paperwork and I haven't put all of the paperwork online about the emergency transfer. The fact I can prove so much persecution, there's a paper trail for it since being here. The front door situation, the emails, because remember, the housing team wanted to give me an ASBO for something I was talking about in my flat. Housing teams are not allowed to give people ASBOs, and they're certainly not allowed to give it to somebody who's leaving a private video diary or is putting something on a video on Facebook. It has nothing to do with housing. So I've got all of this evidence and lots of it. And I've got a heck of a lot of it. And then there's all the evidence of what happened to me before on Loughborough Estate and all the CAD numbers and everything like that too. Then there's the fact that I was under Marac. And at no time has it been taken into account that I'm a victim of crime, and quite a lot of crime, and that the trauma and mental torture that's caused further trauma is debilitating. And then the way that people treat me when I'm in that state of mind makes it worse. At no time did the housing or anyone for that matter take into account that I have high functioning autism, that I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder, that I have emotional unstable personality disorder, that I suffer from panic attacks and anxiety. At no time has it been considered that I have a ginormous hernia. At no time has it been considered that I have gone through harsh hospital treatment for blood disease, that I had Bell's palsy and half my face was paralysed for over a month. Now, remembering that I did tell when I signed the tenancy agreement, I did mention that my band was changed because of an emergency transfer under the emergency panel because I'm a rape victim and a victim of abuse and violence, attempted murder. I may not have said it exactly that way, but I certainly did say those things. So from day dot, Peabody Trust knew that I was a victim of crime. There are things that have happened since I've lived here that are just diabolical and make absolutely zero sense at all, but also show serious issues. Like when my front door was first broken, I couldn't even lock it from the inside. And it was like that for 3 months. There were padlock things put on the outside so I could lock it when I went out. But when I was inside, there was nothing to lock it at all. And for 3 months, I had to wedge chairs and bits of furniture up behind the back door when I went to sleep at night. This is how Peabody treats a rape victim. Okay? And then one day, I'm walking from my kitchen and this arm's just come through the front door. No knocking on the door, no waiting for me to respond. Just someone walking straight into my flat. And it was the cleaner. So I was like, you're not allowed to do that. Because they're not allowed to just walk into somebody's flat. They do not have the right to do that. I know the legislation, I know the law. As a cleaner. And then because I stood up for myself, he's like, oh, crazy white woman. Then strange things happened here, like the window at the back of the block getting broken. There's no fucking things such as a poltergeist, and I didn't do it. That big window at the back. But I damn well made sure it got fixed. And I made sure that I let people know that that had been broken on purpose. It wasn't done by me. Then someone let in some strange bloke into the block who kicked me in the fucking chest. While I was on that blood treatment and could hardly walk anyway, my pelvis hits the ground and I couldn't move properly for 3 weeks. Trying to turn around at night time in bed was almost impossible. The pain was excruciating. I have breakdowns and then I get picked on by people in this area. And they have absolutely no idea that all they do is antagonize and trigger me more. There's fucked up fucking area and fucked up housing, people. Thinking they have the right to do that. I'm not an abuser. Who's running around saying that shit about me? Make them come to my face. Make them come to my face. Because I'm sick of it. Because at the end of the day, all these people are abusing me. I haven't abused anybody apart from verbally while sitting inside my flat. I'm cussing out all and sundry. But that's it. This nasty little dirty, perverted conspiracy theorist shit spread around about my family. And at the same time, these people don't take in any consideration that I'm not the only person that survived what happened in Lambeth children's homes, and I'm not the only one that's been targeted. And the sort of online targeting and abuse I've had, and the political persecution of which there is so much evidence of everything I'm saying. This has gone on where I have been abused and criminalized for the reaction of the abuse. And it's gone on for over 6 years. Because it was going on before I moved here anyway. I tried to report to several people, including the British Institute of Human Rights, this level of abuse that I've been enduring for years. I'm a British woman. This can't continue. I wasn't born elsewhere. People messing with my records, people recording other people and making out it's me. Mixing me up with other people and just, or worse still, just listening to what other people that have got an agenda have got to say about me instead of like actually looking at what I've got. Peabody Trust is involved in terrorism, and so are people on Lambeth Walk. That level of serious psychological abuse, singling out, targeting, bullying, laughing at, invalidation, the violence I've experienced here too, not to mention the political persecution, the human rights violations. I am sorry, but we've got a criminal case here. Well, I have a criminal case here. Because I can prove everything I'm saying. Me being emotional because I've been abused and terrorized and politically persecuted and singled out and bullied and my life destroyed for several years since I moved here under emergency transfer. Of course I've got every right to be fucking emotional. I'm a human being. It's normal reactions to that level of abuse and terrorism. When I say that I'm proficient in legislation and law, I know what I'm talking about.